Hey everyone, Cody here with Premier Chiropractic. Today I'll be talking about the overhead press and how it can be a cause of low back pain. The overhead press is an activity we can do using kettlebells, dumbbells, or a barbell, and we're pushing overhead. This is something we also do in our daily lives when we're working overhead or placing an object overhead. So in order to carry out this movement, we need to have good core stability, intra-abdominal pressure, and then range of motion in our spine as well as our shoulder to get overhead in this position. So one way somebody can compensate in this position is if they are reaching overhead and then dumping into low back extension. This can put tension and stress on the back, especially under load or if there is repetitive movements happening in this position. So the things we need to look at are glenohumeral motion, thoracic spine motion, any tight tissues that need to be loosened up involved in this motion. And then for today's video, we're going to be talking about intra-abdominal pressure and core stability. So starting with the patient supine, just lying on their back like this, we want to see if they can keep that rib cage tucked and that pelvis tucked, and then maintain intra-abdominal pressure and breathe using their diaphragm. Using that good diaphragmatic breathing, we can see visually if they're breathing through that abdomen. Then from this position, we can have them reach overhead like this. And we want to see if that rib cage flares out as they reach overhead. This can be another indication of some core stability strengthening that they need there if when they reach overhead, that rib cage flares out like this. And they're dumping into that low back extension. So an exercise we can do from here to help promote core stability and good diaphragmatic breathing is the dead bug. So we'll be here, pushing that low back onto the floor, hands and knees at 90, and then we want to see them initiate that intra-abdominal pressure, keep that rib cage and pelvis tucked, and then extend through the arm and leg here, doing reps on both sides. Good. Then taking that information and translating into the overhead press can put them in a better position to overhead press and keep that low back in a good position. So applying the same techniques we use with the dead bug to the overhead press, keeping that pelvis tucked, rib cage tucked in a good position, and then reaching overhead like this can help us carry out that overhead press in a safer position. Thank you.